took Keith on his first car journey today, so we drove to the next village and then took the pram all the way back. It seemed to go quite well, although it took me 20 minutes to work out how the car seat worked. A couple of YouTube videos always help in that regard. But because I left the car in the other village, it means I've now got to bike and go and collect it, which I think I'll do by heading up over the forest and taking the scenic route back. Bumped into a couple there who were on mountain bikes and they were looking a little bit lost, so I said, "Are you lost?" And yes, we're looking for the mountain bike trails, the ones I was on the other day and did very, very badly at. So I explained to them how to get to them, because it's a little bit tricky. It's not you're not likely to find them unless you know the way. And as I cycled off, I heard the woman just say, "I knew you were wrong. I should never have followed you." Like that. It's always a man confidently leading, even when he doesn't know where he's going. This is one of my favourite bits to cycle on the mountain bike. In winter it's very, very muddy, it's a bit difficult. But in summer like today, it's perfect. It's a really nice bit through some woods. Now once you come down off the tracks, come onto this soft single lane, which feels like you're really farmy. Actually, Glasgow's just 2 miles that way. You can see all the distance. In a couple of weeks' time, all the side of the road will be daffodils. Moss looks very pretty, but they're not ready yet. I like the loop this way around because you get to finish with a nice view of Campsie Hills and also it's all downhill. I like the name of this house. I made it back to the car in an hour. Good way. I used to put my bike directly into the car, which is nice and easy. And now I've got a child seat in the way. I think maybe if I take the wheel off, it'll work. I really can't be bothered doing any exercise today. I'm just so tired. But I've said that I would try and do exercise every single day while I was off paternity, so I've got to do it whether I like it or not. Whenever I get like this and I can't be bothered, then I think just go and run somewhere nice. So at least if I can't be bothered with the run, at least I'll see something interesting. So I'm just heading over to back in the Campsie where there's a nice run up a hill and I'll see a waterfall at the end of it. Had some folk who are going to go swimming. I've never actually seen the pool around here, so I think once I go up to the waterfall I'm going to run up that road and see if I can find the bit where they go swimming. And it's all uphill from the car to the waterfall. Oh, I want to feel this one. I made a video about Glen Waterfall and how to get here. It was back when lockdown was on, and maybe 50 people watched the video at most. And one of them was a very angry woman from Clackanet Campsie. And she wrote me an email afterwards and said, "How dare you show people where the secret waterfall is?" Well, a couple of points to that. One, it's not much of a secret. It's on Ordnance Survey maps, and if you type in Google waterfalls near Glasgow, it comes up as #1 suggestion of where to go. And two, she started saying, "It's terrible. Now hundreds of people are coming to view the waterfall." Well, I don't think my 50 views on YouTube caused that to happen. But actually I looked up and I found an article from the Glasgow Herald from 1902, and there's a letter from a woman to the paper to say, "It's a disgrace all these Glaswegians come to Clackamas-Campsie and head up to Finglen Waterfall and cause a mess. It just goes to show, if you live somewhere beautiful, don't be surprised, if other people think it's beautiful too and want to come to visit. I think there's a general theme in all these videos, which is me walking bits that I used to be able to run. I used to be able to run from the house here and then run all the way up to the waterfall and back again, no problem. I think there's a good lesson there, and that is, don't train where your ego thinks you should be, train where your fitness actually is. All that basically means is, don't think I should be able to run up to that waterfall, just think, actually I shouldn't be able to run up to the waterfall because I've not done much running and I've been unfit for a few months, so running a little bit is an achievement in itself. It hasn't been raining much recently, so there's not much water in it. When it's full, it's absolutely torrential, and it just goes all the way down there and you can't even get past the path to get through. Wasn't too bad though. How long did that take? It's 2.5k, 20 minutes, and about 200 metres of elevation. And the best bit is it's all downhill on the way back. Now I'm going to see if I can find where those folk were going to go for a dip. Yeah, I can spot some dry ropes through the trees. I found the pool, but there's some movement getting changed, so I won't film that bit. It looks smaller than I thought though. But yeah, quite close. I'll have to come back up and try it. There's quite a few accidents that happen around here in the mountain rescue route, quite a lot. Just to get people who might have broken an ankle. I always wondered how that could happen. There's a nice wee path. I've just come down onto the rocks and I see why now, because the rocks are very, very slippy. Oh, it's another beautiful day. Been so lucky with paternity leave. I think it rained every day while Heath was in hospital, and it's been sunny every day while he's been back out again. So check this out. Glorious sunshine. Today I've got to go and get Heath's birth certificate, which means I have to go ahead to town. So I'll take the opportunity to use my bike and I'll cycle in instead of taking my car and having to pay for parking. Right, I might have more success. We'll try this one. Try and take a penalty. Find the football, and she has found this bright pink one, which she has conveniently put in the penalty spot. Although I don't think she'll save this. Come on, come on. Oh, on the line, on the line. Well done. No, Bonnie, you took it in your own goal. That's a goal to me. Cycling is not always glamorous either. Today I'm starting in a Tesco's car. And then, yeah, it's even more glamorous when I'm in a cemetery. But it's quite a nice one. Once you get to the top of the hill, you get a nice view of Glasgow. Everything to the sort of left of me here is a brand new bit of Glasgow. Can't remember what they're calling it, but it's the thousands of new houses. It's going to be an athletic stadium, and really quite nice. It's converting an old park and old factories to something useful. Disadvantages, that way was the way I used to cycle to work. So about 5 years ago they shut down the cycle path that I used to take, and it hasn't been open since. But I'm hoping maybe next year I might be able to get back to it when they finally reopen it. Good thing about going this way is you get to see one of the murals which not so many people know about. It's hidden away back of the graveyard on the side of a tenement. Building behind me is Pinkston Water Sports, which is an outdoor swimming kayak venue. It's a very nice place to go for a swim, although the wind does tend to blow across it a little bit, so it gets a little bit choppy. Not sure what the water temperature will be at the moment, probably about 4 or 5 degrees. But I think it's about getting to the time of year where it's time to get in the water. I'll see if I can do it tomorrow. Well done. Heath is now a registered person with a birth certificate, which means he can now claim child benefit. Lucky him. He also received his first library card today. Although he has already read a book. He read The Hungry Caterpillar. Like I said, it was a bit predictable. He could guess the ending of my life. I've walked past the building hundreds of times, but I've never noticed that big graffiti. It's an absolutely stunning day. I think my fingers are going to fall off. Our ride was so cold. The next day we attempted to take Keith on his first long car journey, a trip to Carron Valley Reservoir, mainly so I could have a swim. Closer to the water than he actually was. It was perfectly safe. Once the dogs had a swim, it was time for me. Right, first dip of 2023. It was minus 1.5 in the car, and you say it's not as bad as you thought. No. So we'll see what turtleometer says. Look, there's ice there as well. Actually not that bad. Oh, my ankles are starting. Oh, that's the burn. That's the burn. Oh, that's my bum. I've got a cold bum. Oh, there's my groin. The cold is rising. That's all I can say. Let's see what turtleometer says after a minute. 5.4. I'm definitely not going to stick my head under. I've just taken everything out of the car after swimming, and all the wet stuff has left a shape which some people might say looks like little baby Jesus. Managed to get an extra bit of time after swimming, so I could have a jog. Nice easy one. I thought I'd point out, this is quite interesting. See all this green stuff that's around? That's wild garlic. You can pick it and actually put it in your salad and eat it up until the moment the flowers arrive. Then once the flowers arrive, it's really, really bitter. It tastes disgusting. I made up the moon climb again. I might describe this in a previous video if you want to check it out. And I can see it definitely felt easier this time, so this consistency of training is definitely starting to pay off. But if you take anything from any of these videos, and then my one bit of advice is always, if you're going for a run, always include a hill. Because once you get to the top of the hill, you get an amazing view. You get the oxytocin release of the achievement of getting to the top of the hill, and you get to run down afterwards. And I appreciate that not everyone has got an amazing view, but just include a hill. That's the run done. I forgot to mention, today was the day that Heath was due, so it should be his birthday. I didn't sleep particularly well last night. I was awake like every couple of hours. You can go into the hospital and ask if they definitely gave me a baby, because I'm sure they've given me a baby pig, because the amount of snorting that was going on last night made them sound just like a piglet. I better check just to make sure. I meant I was a bit tired today, but we did think because of yesterday's success in managing to go swimming, we tried this morning going for a longer walk. It was the longest walk to date. It's managed 10 kilometres up the moon to Lennox Forest and back again. I'll stick some food to that in now. That took 2.5 hours to do, which means I'm a little bit tired. But I want to get a quick bike ride in today, just to keep the consistency up. Also because my bike's going to the bike doctor tomorrow to get it all spick and span for the new year. This is a nice short route near my house. It's suitable for mountain bikes, and unlike the route the other day, one I can actually do. Except this bit. I can't do this. What do you think is easier, running it or pushing the pram up it?
Pushing the pram, I think.
That's because we've not come to the steep bit yet. And also your face is turning as red as he does when he eats. Hard work.
You're gonna pull. I'm gonna push.
To the steepest bit. Steepest bit, nearly done. Steepest bit, nearly done. Woofed. Well, yeah. The steepest of the first bit of the moon is nearly done. I'll go in front, check for cars.
do it again. I'd say the castle's maybe even a bit harder.
Yeah, that's because it's uneven.
Yes, I need.
Going up the hill with a baby was fine. Going down the hill with a baby was not the best idea that we've ever had. How would you feel if your head was pointing downwards for half an hour? You'd probably be pretty raging too. But I cheered him up at the end and I showed him Celtic's training ground. Today I'm going up Dumgoyne, which is that hill behind me. I've got a whole separate video about going up Dumgoyne, so I won't repeat all the clips here. Just say, didn't sleep that well last night. Woke up every hour on the hour. Although my wife said she slept amazingly. And Heath did as well, because they both slept till 3:30. So I was just waking up on my own accord, rather than because of them. So a little bit tired today. But I'll drop in a couple of clips of the view. But if you want to check out the full Dumgoyne thing, just look at that video instead. Quite hot, hats come off. Reached the end of paternity leave and the sun has gone away. It's now snowing. Must be a message there somewhere. Was a bit slippy. It's been an interesting exercise trying to do the first month of life with Heath and try and do some exercise at the same time. I looked at my stats and I've managed to walk at least once every day, usually twice, normally about an hour and a half of walking, and that's quite straightforward to do because basically a pram goes anywhere if you get the right one. So I managed to do off-road pramming, road pramming, wheel pramming, every type of pramming you can think of. That's been a good way to stay fit and also at the same time not feeling like I need to go to exercise. Dog, come on. Dog, come on. And also got to walk the dogs every day, so that keeps me fit. Outside of that, managed 9 bike rides, about an hour and a quarter each. It's good. I think that's about the most I can manage. I don't think it'd be quite hard to justify going off for 2 or 3 hour bike rides at this time. But an hour is good just to keep fit and give me a nice boost of feeling I've actually been on my bike. I managed 8 runs. And they've been about half an hour, 45 minutes. That's been just enough for me to get back into running. I think I could have done more exercise during this time? Yeah, probably could have. But I think it would be very, very selfish to try to do more, because it's that balance between family time and trying to keep myself fit. Could you train for an Ironman with a baby? Of course, you probably could, yeah. But again, it's that sort of selfish thing. You would have to choose really to put yourself first and ignore your wife and kid. There is definitely enough time to do that, but I don't have that ability to be able to do it. I wouldn't enjoy it, and I'd feel incredibly guilty. So I think my point of view would be, yes, if you've got a newborn kid, you can do exercise, but just do enough to keep yourself fit and healthy. Don't try and do anything too complicated. Well, saying that, I'm doing a half Ironman in 3 months' time. But I think that'll be fine, because I think when I start working again tomorrow, I'll be able to start commuting, and I commute by running and biking, and that should hopefully keep me fit without getting in the way of family time at all. So overall, I think it's been a fun exercise, but the one thing I'm looking forward to more than anything else is not having to film myself tomorrow. That's the really tiring part. It takes about an hour to put these things together, these daily videos together, and also I've got to think of something interesting to say, which I don't always succeed. And if you have made it to the end of this video, then thanks for watching. My last tip and bit of advice, which I've used throughout the whole month, is at the start of each day I work out what I'd like to do and what I have to do. And the stuff I have to do is things like baby needs fed, baby needs burped, baby needs cleaned, baby needs washed, and have to have my lunch, have to have my dinner. You know, the basics of life. The things I'd like to do is stuff like, oh, I'd like to work on my computer, or I'd like to go for a run, or I'd like to go for a bike ride. And don't be too hard on yourself if you don't manage to do any of the things you'd like to do. Just concentrate on the things you have to do. And if you do that every day, you will find there's plenty of spare time, and you will get to start working on the like list eventually. That's not too bad. Just enjoy the first month. And my final thought, because I'm back on the golf course again, is I think the golf is going to be a brilliant sport.